The Nigeria Governors Forum says local governments in the country remain an appendage of states rather than the federation unit. The forum stated this at the opening of investigations into the operations of the Sovereign Wealth Investment Authority from inception in 2011 to date. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
The Sovereign Wealth Investment Authority was established in May 2011. The NSIA commenced operations the following year, and after a series of startup challenges, it began investment activities in the third quarter of 2013 with a seed capital of $1 billion.
From the federal to the local government.
Amidst allegations of impropriety, the Parliament is now instituting a probe into the agency's operations. The Haddock Committee, saddled with the task of probing the NSIA, says it is not out to witch hunt anyone.
At the point that Nigeria is now, there is need for transparency and accountability from everybody in public office. And that's why this investigative hearing is needed.
Before the committee are all of the key parties critical to its assignment, and they each gave their own side of the story. The NSI insists its operations are not in any way shrouded in secrecy.
We have been given a total of $1.75 billion and a drawdown of $150 million. On a net basis, we are at $1.6 billion. But the total assets under management as of today is about $2.27 billion.
A conflict of interest between the state and local governments also came to the fore.
The local government is not a federating unit as of today. It could be tomorrow if the constitution is amended. But the local government is an appendage of the state, even though it's the third tier of government. I mean, in quotes.
Our own jurisdiction is primary education. I have not seen one primary education. And I've seen from this chart 13,504 affordable houses under construction. To whom? Who will be the beneficiaries?
The committee says it will invite other key actors, including the Minister of Finance and the Central Bank of Nigeria, for answers to some of its questions. While it seeks the cooperation of all and sundry, the Haddock Committee says its mission is primarily to ensure that the driver of the Wealth Fund management adheres to statutory provisions establishing it for the benefits of the country and its people. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Joins me now for more on this story. So lawmakers are going as far back as 2011 to probe the Sovereign Wealth Investment Authority. What is the scope of this probe, and what exactly are they aiming to attain?
The scope, as we said in that report, is to actually look at all the monies that have accrued to the authority in the last, talking about 11, 12 years now. Remember that when that agency was set up, it took off with about $1 billion, $1 billion as takeoff fund, and over time it has also gotten other investments, as it were. But one thing that came up clearly today was the seeming crisis between states and local governments. You know that there have been fights, serious fights, over local government taking control of their own operations, being let off the hook from the state government. But of course, that also came very clearly before the lawmakers today. We saw the representative of the Nigerian Governors Forum saying it in clear terms that local governments remain appendages of the state, despite the 1999 Constitution. And we also saw ALGON, the umbrella body of local government in Nigeria, saying that, yes, the Constitution establishing the local government did give it power to also be on its own. But what they have seen is that this has been contravened over the years. So we're looking to see how the Parliament, the Haddock Committee, now will be able to resolve this crisis, because many of the lawmakers did come out to say that there is need to resolve that aspect of the Constitution so that the government, the local government councils, area councils, and all that can have power to also spend their funds so that they can be held accountable for whatever happens at that tier of government.
Precisely what form of intervention is at view, particularly when you consider that we just got back from some round of constitutional review, which this same House was a part of?
Yes, the intervention this time, before the Parliament will be able to act, will be able to begin any investigation, there must be reasons for it. A motion came on the floor shortly before the House went on this current recess. That was in July. And so there were allegations of financial impropriety and all that. And so that is why this investigation is being put up. So we're looking to see how the lawmakers will go around it, because there are issues, even from what happened today, happens to be the inaugural sitting of the committee, and issues have come up. We saw the way the Governors Forum and Algon practically were on each other's throat. And the lawmakers, they could not even hide their shock, the surprise that, okay, this is happening. And so now I think the general consensus among them now is that, okay, there is need to actually sit down, look at the laws, where amendments are necessary, they will also be able to intervene. But of course, you and I know.
All right. Well, we're monitoring this story very closely, particularly looking at what form of intervention the 10th House will provide at this time. National Assembly correspondent Jackie Adisa live for us in Abuja.